Well, Joey. In the few months that I left to go do random things in my life, you really screwed up your game, didn't you? Today we are going to analyze and dissect two separate rant topics in one video. The recent lag spikes all over Toontown Rewritten, as well as the completely broken golf system that's currently in Toontown Rewritten. But before we get into it, I'm going to quickly talk about some new system I have for donations. And if you're not interested in hearing about this, I will provide a link in the video that you can click on and skip over this crap and get into the actual rant. So essentially all that the new system is that I used to stream a bit on Twitch every now and then, and I've decided that I'm going to discontinue doing that in favor of trying to put out some better and more consistent YouTube content. But back in the days when I streamed on Twitch, there were a few people who would like to support me with small donations every now and then, and I would read them out and react to them, and, we'd have a nice little time with that. And so essentially what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be having a donation button pretty deep in the description on my videos. It won't be anything like flashy or super advertised, and there'll just be a link there if any of you ever decide you want to donate a couple of dollars and have me read your message at the end of the video. I'll have a little segment at the end of any videos where I'd get a donation or two, and I'll just simply read off your message. Thank you. If you have a question that I think is good or, isn't like completely brain dead, I will definitely read that off and give it some attention. And if you have any like basic simple request or comment or just anything to say, assuming it's not like completely obscene or just completely out of whack, I will definitely give it some individual attention and make sure I give my thanks to you. So if you're interested in that, that is in the description and will be in all the videos. I will not be advertising it or soliciting it on any video besides this one. Just wanted to say it was here once. And essentially all you will ever see of this is if there happen to be any at the end of the video. And that's about it. Also, a few things you should just basically know. The only reason why you would ever donate to me would be if you just wanted to support me and make it easier for me to make some videos while I'm in college, as opposed to, looking for alternative work to raise money, stuff like that. I don't need money day to day to afford my expenses. I'm not going to starve or miss meals or just absolutely go into a catastrophe, so I'm not relying on your donations to survive or anything like that. Please don't get the wrong idea in that regard. And also, just in general, please don't feel compelled to donate or anything like that. I'm just having it here in case anyone wants to support, and I definitely don't expect it to catch on or anything like that. And so hopefully with that little awkward intro out of the way, we can get into the actual rant. Okay, so back on topic. What I am going to be talking about today, first of all, is going to be the obsessive, just insane amount of lag that has been recently present on the TTR servers. And there is one thing that I can say in the favor of TTR, which is this type of lag is like the sneaky suspicious kind, but it's not necessarily the bad kind. If anything, I would call it the good kind of lag, because there's two types of lag you'll run into on Toontown. There's the type of lag where you'll just fall really far behind in frames and you'll just be absolutely fucked, where you basically either just cannot talk to the people around you, or you'll miss turns of combat frequently, or you'll just end up getting hit by a million phantom attacks in every single run you do. And that's not quite the type of lag level we're on yet, so in a sense, it definitely could be worse. I don't want to make it seem like the sky's falling or anything like that. It's more just kind of a constant, obsessive, annoying lag where you're going to consistently need to wait 5 seconds during peak times to communicate with your group. You're going to get hit by way more attacks in every boss, especially the CEO, than you should reasonably, just because everything's going to take a little bit longer to input buffer. It's just a consistently annoying thing. It's like if you had a little bit of molasses between your toes 24/7, it's just going to slow you down in an annoying way on a consistent basis, but it's not going to break you and make you go mentally insane. I actually have a theory as to why the lag is happening as well, and I'm not sure if I'm correct. I don't want to put this in anyone's mouth. I feel like it would be a little bit preemptive, and I don't know enough about the absolute science behind it, but one thing I have noticed is that ever since doodles have been added to the game, there has been significantly more lag. And actually, the main reason they took so long to add the doodles was because they originally were going to create lag. Because in the original game, in TTO, a major reason why Nutty River and all those really full districts would constantly be full of lag, even more than the Parkers, was because of the way that the doodles were coded into the game. Where, I don't know the exact specifics, but I remember reading this from a credible source, you'll have to trust me on this, and somehow I have a feeling that the integration system that was decided upon by TTR was probably not 100% smooth. They probably did their best. I certainly don't know enough about the situation to really blame anyone of the coders or anything like that, because for all I know, it's almost impossible to get it to work. But I actually do think that Doodles may be what's causing all of this lag, because I've never seen Doodles on any private server with anywhere close to TTR's population, and I'm just suspicious. I'm a little skeptical, especially because it doesn't seem like the type of lag caused by just an overbloated server that I would see on ODS, or like a spam chat log like ODS. So because of seeing kind of other ways that the lag occurred on smaller servers that more had to do with the server's limitations, I think this one is due to the addition of Doodles. They've come back to haunt us once again. And you know what? If I'm wrong, that's okay. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, just speculation on my part. So all in all, essentially, the lag is not the end of the world. It does not stop you from playing the game. I haven't, crashed in any back nines because of it. And I've been spamming the hell out of back nines recently because I am trying to max boss. And I am very close. I'm level 43 at the time of recording this video on August 7th, 2017. So essentially, doesn't really break the game, but enough to be consistently annoyed about, and would be very interesting if was caused by the Doodles. Not that I ever think anyone at TTR would have the balls to admit that was the truth. Now I'm going to go ahead and segue into topic 2 of this rant, which is going to be about the interesting golfing system. So, racing's been broken since the game came out for a couple of years now, that's all fine and whatever. I mean, racing, that's fine. That's just one system. I mean, you can expect, maybe there'll be some issues with one system, even though, ODS got the racing to work on the Grand Prix and all that. But, whatever. Some issues on one system. It's a small indie team. What can you really expect? So, now, they had a working golfing system. It was pretty good, There was really no issue at all with the TTR golfing. And so, my side of this story is I took, a 3-month break from the game entirely. Didn't even log on once. And my friend Tommy goes up to me and says, "Hey, Sperry, you want to do some golfing with me? I'm sure it'll be great for your video footage." And I say, "Sure, that'd be fun. Maybe I can work towards my second laugh boost in golf." Then we load into the whole kit and caboodle. We get all excited. The tension's building. Everything's going to be great. And I find out that golf is completely broken. And no matter how you hit it, it just goes 1 millisecond forward. That's not a measurement of distance, millisecond, you know what I mean. 1 millimeter forward. And essentially, it's completely broken in the most hilarious way possible, where it just looks like everyone's, I don't know, maybe it has, the arm strength of, a newly formed baby or something, where you can't even get your fucking club 1 degree past the angle of the ground. So when I first came across this, I just thought it was so unfathomably, crazy, because it was a working feature. I can't imagine anything they did would, seriously screw it up that badly. So I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. This has gotta be something that just barely recently happened, and they're gonna put a fix out in a couple of days. But what I actually found out is that this has been going on for months. And that's actually pretty insane to me, because, I don't know, it just seems like such a random thing to break, and I don't know what it was, but it's just interesting. I mean, I wonder what kind of spaghetti is keeping Toontown Rewritten together when this type of shit happens. And I can only hope the spaghetti holds itself together well enough to not just burst when hit with a little bit of moisture. So I'm not going to go too hard on anyone just yet, because I know they're pushing out this huge out-of-beta update, apparently within 2 weeks. So assuming that comes on time, on schedule, and racing and golfing are actually fixed and working properly on day 1, and maybe the lag gets a little bit better. I mean, assuming all that happens, I guess I can't be that upset, but at the same time, it's fun to be a salty motherfucker. So, who knows? Maybe I'll just find it my own way to be upset. I don't know. We'll see. But that's about it, I think, for the recent updates on the shit going on as far as the game breaking. It's all par for the course, to be expected at this point. Nothing that you're going to quit the game over or anything like that. Just a little bit of, fun banter where, oh, I wanted to max golf or racing. Well, both of those are broken. Guess I'm stuck running back nines until I become a corpse, because I have no other way to gain laugh that isn't fucking broken in the game. Thanks, Joey. Quite honestly, I think that is enough bitching and moaning by me for one episode. And hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing me give my absurdist, I don't even think you can call it angry as much as just random as fuck commentary on this stuff going on. As always, if you like the video, drop a like, means a lot. Leave a comment. I'm happy to respond to all the comments I get. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.